Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All right, everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Once again, أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين والعاقبة للمتقين اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على عبدك ورسولك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. So firstly, I want to start off with the bad news. The bad news is that this is the last nightly reflection that we're going to have. The good news is that it's because Ramadan is around the corner, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So I want to thank everyone, alhamdulillah, that's been tuning in on a regular basis. And inshallah ta'ala, we'll see how we continue these after Ramadan. But at the same time, as I had mentioned in the previous nights, inshallah ta'ala, tomorrow night, we're going to be having a Ramadan prep webinar where we'll cover 10 essential tips, inshallah ta'ala, on how to make this the best Ramadan ever, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So please tune in tomorrow, same time, inshallah ta'ala, webinar.yaqeeninstitute.org, inshallah. And it'll be a great panel, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. We've prepared 10 tips that we've actually discussed together, inshallah ta'ala, and then we'll talk about them. And hopefully it'll be very practical with all the other beneficial content that's coming out from Yaqeen and otherwise right now about how to make this the best Ramadan. And then Thursday night, inshallah ta'ala, at 10 p.m. Eastern, every night starting Thursday night, whether Ramadan is announced by moon sighting for Friday or not, we're going to start the Quran 30 for 30 program, inshallah ta'ala. So Sheikh Abdullah Uduru, myself, and another guest, every night, inshallah ta'ala, of Ramadan for 30 nights, will cover all 30 juz, all 30 chapters of the Quran, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So I'm looking forward to still spending those nights with you, inshallah. And we'll probably still have some evening reflections in the last 10 nights, maybe a midnight reflection as well, inshallah ta'ala, but we'll try to keep in touch. Of course, the Angel series will also be debuting, inshallah ta'ala, with the first day of Ramadan, and we'll be releasing every day, inshallah, 30 episodes of that. Not to mention the different content that will be coming out through Yaqeen's platform. So Jazakumullahu khairan to all of you for tuning in over this last month or so, and for continuing to tune in, inshallah ta'ala, tomorrow for the Ramadan prep webinar, then Thursday as we start to go into Quran 30 for 30 bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. If you'll notice, there's a link which I'll mention at the end as well for those that are coming in this status for you to put a donation in, inshallah ta'ala, that will be charged on Friday evening. Friday evening will cover the first of Ramadan both ways. So those that start Friday in the day and those that start Friday night Taraweeh, inshallah ta'ala. So if you go ahead and put your pledge in there, you won't be charged until Ramadan, inshallah ta'ala. So that'll give you a boost in Ramadan, inshallah ta'ala, with sadaqah, one of the blessed ways to start Ramadan, inshallah ta'ala. So with that being said, it connects to this topic today. And this is a beautiful story about Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And it's more than charity. It's more than a story about sadaqah. It's really a story about how a person is in pursuit of Allah's mercy. Now, you might remember another saying from Ali radiallahu anhu we spoke about a few nights ago, where Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, Allah has hidden two things within two. And one of those two things was that Allah has hidden His pleasure within His good deeds. So you don't know which one of them encompasses the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you have to do as much as you can and count on Allah's mercy to accept one of those, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, at least with your sincerity, inshallah. And so you do your best to go and look for the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is a narration from Ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Oops. Sorry, we're having connection issues. This is a narration from Ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhu that Ali radiallahu anhu had 4 dirhams. Now 4 dirhams means he wasn't that rich. He only had a little that he could make use of. So he took those 4 dirhams. He gave 1 dirham in the night. And then the next day he gave the 2nd dirham. And then he gave a dirham sirran, secretly. And then he gave a dirham alaniya, publicly, to motivate others. So the Prophet ﷺ, told him or asked him what caused him to diversify his 4 dirhams. Why did he give one in the night, one in the day, and then one secretly, and then one publicly, right? And he said, Ya Rasulullah, I'm searching for Allah's mercy in these different places. And so this is, according to this narration from Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed, الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ أَمْوَالَهُم بِاللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ سِرًّا وَعَلَانِيَةً, that those who spend of their wealth in the night and in the day, sirran wa alaniya, in private and in public, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala covers these 4 things, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَلَهُمْ أَجْرُهُمْ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ وَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ, and so they have their reward with their Lord, and there shall be no fear upon them, nor shall they grieve. So according to this narration from Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu, this was a response to the action of Ali radiallahu anhu. Now, what's the lesson that we can take from this? And I'm going to go quick because clearly my internet is in and out. Number one, what we can take from this is the idea that you don't have to have a lot of money to give charity. And a lot of people are going to feel the pinch of Ramadan because they're dealing with some financial difficulty in this era right now. It's not about quantity with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's about quality. And so it could be the simple deed that gets you into Jannah. So that's the first thing. Number 2, if you see people that are looking for these different ways to show themselves not to the people but to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the nature of what Ali radiallahu anhu did is so beautiful because it speaks to that idea of trying to distinguish yourself and trying to plant your seeds in all of the forms of good. Diversifying your portfolio of hasanat, your portfolio of good deeds with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with the 2 consistent ingredients of sincerity and being in accordance with the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the fact that Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu was planting these seeds in 4 different places to see which one of these 4 dirhams would unlock that mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and as a result, all of them were included. And when you read that ayah, and it's in Surah Al-Baqarah, right? الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ أَمْوَالَهُمْ بِاللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ سِرًّا وَعَلَانِيَةً, it gives you the idea of a rich person, a wealthy person that's spending their money at all these different fundraisers and things of that sort. But it was a man who just had 4 dirhams, but he spent them wisely and beautifully pursuing the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's something that's important for us to take into consideration as well. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality of the deed, and more importantly, the quality of your heart when you're doing that deed for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, trying to seek Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy. And so this Ramadan in particular, by the way, you're most likely not going to be praying in a masjid where you'll have fundraisers and people saying raise your hands, and people looking around and saying how many people are going to raise their hands. You're not going to have the typical motivations that might be there externally to push you over the edge so that you could give here or give there. But I want you to think strategically about your sadaqah and plant your seeds of charity bi'idhnillahi ta'ala in different places, seeking Allah's pleasure. Sometimes you might do something as a public fundraiser and include others and say, I donated to this cause, you donate to this cause as well. And I hope that Yaqeen Institute will be one of those causes bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Sometimes it might be secretly, it might be for the same cause, but you only make some of it public to encourage others, and then you make some of it private. Sometimes you encourage your family, sometimes you don't even tell. Sometimes you don't even tell your family that you've given for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So diversify your portfolio of good. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to live to see this Ramadan and accept this Ramadan from us. Again, inshallah ta'ala, please make sure that you go ahead and put in your donation that would be charged on Friday night, inshallah. So whether you're starting Ramadan on Friday night, i.e. Saturday morning, or Thursday night, and Friday being your first day of fasting, this is a way to springboard in the first of Ramadan, inshallah ta'ala. And jazakumullahu khairan. I'll see you all tomorrow for the webinar, inshallah. And hopefully my Wi-Fi won't be acting up, inshallah. Barakallahu feekum. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.